y'all remember that. Y'all remember Dante,
Oh yeah,
the Bayern Munich
Bayern. Yeah.
center back? Yeah, he came out and said that like apparently that there's a lot of unrest in the locker room because the owners aren't doing what they need to be doing at Nice. That's Sir Jim Ratcliffe and them men. Apparently, there's about I don't even know how many players are there. There's about 11 players that are about to go this summer. There was six to seven players that were brought in the middle of the season, completely disrupted the dressing room. And then the coach, the current coach, yeah, he was the guy that was saying, I don't know if you guys saw the post about how Nice has gone away from their identity and we have too many black players essentially.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah,
Sheesh.
some
We're
time
going
ago.
away from our identity. I
Who
mean,
said that?
this is the guy. This is the Nice coach. The coach of
Wow.
Nice said we're going away from our identity. We have these, you know, blacks.
Niggas.
Yeah, yeah. that are essentially playing that are playing. And I'm like, this is the club that's owned by Jim Ratcliffe. And this is who you want owning Man United. Like, come on, man. But I just think, like before we even get into it, like what's really been telling for me about during this whole situation is how where's the mic? I don't even know the mic. The crazy thing about this whole situation is that the British media's that like racial undertone that they have, I feel like has been like brought to light. Everyone sees it. The way that they talk about Jim Ratcliffe and the way that they neglect everything that he does from an owner standpoint and just what his company does in general, because people have time for Qatar. They talk about rights, everything, and all that. And I agree. I'm not saying anything over there is perfect. Nothing is perfect. But I just think that, again, like the racial undertones that England has, the British media has been on full display because the way that they try and propel this guy and just completely just dog Sheikh Jassim,
I mean, this is not the first time we've seen it.
No, yeah, no,
A
it's
good example is Abramovich. Look at what they did to Abramovich.
100%.
Same thing.
Yeah. I just think that this, again, like this guy, obviously, a brown, he's not white. So like I think that just I don't know, man. I think that it's just I think it's crazy, man. I think that it's just so crazy, like that how obvious like racism can be. Obviously, like Vinicius just got like, racially abused
That's
there.
sad, bro. That
Yeah,
situation is
I
sad.
was watching that game.
And I'm like, like so like what happens now? New next game, say no to racism banner, and like what's gonna change? You read
They're
it.
not
Fans,
gonna change it.
fans
They're not
gotta
gonna change
suspend him.
anything.
Yeah,
They're
but
not gonna
I
change
just
anything.
There need to be like if anything, and I think this is across the board. I think this starts with FIFA. Like I think FIFA has attacked this entire situation completely wrong.
Mhm.
With the just like I mean, I understand that they say no to racism campaign and all of that, but there's no real weight behind it. It's just a campaign and it's just like it's a slogan. It's a slogan for the league and for FIFA. It's not really they're not making real change. And it's like if you want that behavior to stop, bro, like one, there needs to be fines. They need to find out the fans, ban them. They need to lifetime too. They need to take the fans, or if the fans continue to do something like that, they need to take them out the pitch and no fans at the home games for the next two or whatever. And they need to find the club on top of that. Like there need to be actual actions taken against clubs. Like
Yeah, some
none of
consequences.
I watched the video today. Like Vinny posted the video of so many incidents throughout the season. Monkey, monkey, monkey. This making monkey noises at him,
Every
throwing
game,
bananas.
every
Like
single game, bro.
it's absolutely ridiculous to for and then for fans to continuously come back. And it's not like it's a select few fans. This is mobs of people, thousands of people doing this, and everyone can hear it. It's not just you know what I mean? So it's like it's very clear, very apparent, but no one makes any changes. They say no, FIFA hasn't said no to racism, but they haven't said a word about this. They haven't done anything about this. And this is not the first time he's spoken out about the racism too. Let's be real. Vinny's spoken out about this for since he's been playing there. Let's be 100% honest. And still nothing has changed. And what's gonna happen now? I mean, you're right, Salam. They probably would just say no to racism. We might fine you. Okay, maybe those fans won't be there for a game. But after that, are you going to continue to do that? That's the real question.
I think
Because what's one thing? What's one time? You're going to do something one time, but never do it again. You're not going to stay consistent. If you're not going to stay consistent with your actions and your consequences, then it's pointless. And I think I did. I don't know. I mean, we all know how corrupt FIFA is and how bad FIFA is, and they're trying to change.
Yeah.
But this is something.
I,
If you want to change FIFA and you want to change the corruptness, you want to change the image of FIFA. This is where you start. You start right here.
But FIFA is also going to tell you that this is a La Liga problem. They'll be like, this is not a FIFA problem.
No,
even
but
though hold on, even though I agree with you, I agree that it has to start from the top. FIFA governs all these leagues. There's FIFA and then there's UEFA, right? UEFA, the European leagues. FIFA will be like, yeah, we got to delegate to those guys. So then UEFA will be like, well, this is a La Liga problem. I feel like that's where we need to hold people accountable.
Yes,
like, who actually brings down the law? Is it FIFA? Is it UEFA or is it La Liga, the league itself?
Bro, you don't hear
it's for all the leagues.
You don't hear this shit in Germany. You don't hear this shit in Germany. England is very just obvious. There's racism in England. Very racist people in England. The same people that you can sing Saka's name, Rashford's name, Sancho's name, and completely just abuse them because they missed the penalty. I just think that you should just you got to arrest them, man. You got to arrest them. Like it has to the punishment has to be like, hey, like, oh, I've learned a lesson. I'm not going to do said thing again. Because
empty stadiums.
As an American, we have a lot of problems here in America. We don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Like that is completely like that's crazy. The closest thing that I would say to that is, and I don't even know if this is true. I've just heard players talk about this in the NBA, like Utah Jazz.
Utah,
are very.
I mean, it's known. It's a known thing.
Yeah, Boston Celtics, they're up there too, but you know what I'm saying, but it's
not like that though. You would never be in an American sports game and they're chanting at black players or they're saying racist remarks, and it's not just one person. It's thousands of people in a section screaming. No, that's not gonna happen. Like you're right, Slime. It's absolutely crazy to think that that's acceptable, and for people around that as well to think that's acceptable too. I feel like in America, the crowd will turn against the crowd. They'll be like, "Yo, y'all are tripping! Like, what are you on? Like, we're all here to support these players, regardless of if they do bad or not. It's a pride and joy. Everyone's there to cheer on that team." Right. So why would or cheer on their respective teams? And there's trash talk, is this and the third, but there's a respect to it. There's levels to it. It should never reach a certain point. There's a line, and that certain line should never get crossed. And the fact that thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people every week are crossing it and still nothing is being done, like it has to come from the top. Yes, you're right. FIFA has to govern it. So of course they'll say, hey, this is UEFA go to La Liga. But if La Liga doesn't do anything, then FIFA needs to be like, no, if you don't do something, we will do something to La Liga. Like there needs to be some type of ramifications. There needs to be some type, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm absolutely tired of it. It's sickening to watch that. Like, come on, bro.
The best player in your league is black. You know what I'm saying? The best player in your league last year was African. Like, have some shame, man. And like you said, and this is the last thing I'll say, I think to Gabriel's point, not only hearing that, but just looking at the video and seeing how many people were like a part of it too, though. I'm like,
wow. I was gonna say that because watching the game, you would think the Valencia players would go calm down the fans.
Yeah.
But rather they were pulling him away. And I was so confused. Like, y'all should be calming your fans down.
Yeah.
It was confusing to me, and it became like the whole thing. I don't know. I mean, this goes for Italy. This goes for England, Spain. Yeah, it's horrible. And even in Eastern Europe.
That's exactly. Me and Gabriel were talking about this a little bit yesterday, bro. Think about Turkey. Think about Poland. Think about all these leagues that aren't the big five. That, bro. I mean, you hear it week in, week out. I mean. Yeah. Even talking about, I wanted to start off. I'm glad we started here. And for those of you who are watching and may not know what happened Vinicius Jr. posted 7 hours ago. I'll just read his caption. He said, with every away round, a pleasant surprise. And there were many that season. Death wish, hanging dummy, lots of criminal screams, all in the books. But the speech always fails to isolated cases. A fan. No, they are not isolated cases. It's continuous episodes spread over several cities in Spain and even on a TV show. Because, again, the media also portrays some of this stuff, too.
Yeah.
The proof is in the video. Now I ask, how many of these races have had their names and pictures exposed on websites? I answered with ease, 0. No one tell a sad story or make those fake public apologies. What's left is to criminalize these people and punish Club for Sports. Why don't the sponsors charge La Liga? Why don't the televisions bother to broadcast this barbarianism every weekend? The problem is serious and communications no longer work. Blaming myself to justify criminal acts either. It's not football, it's inhuman. And I forgot about the hanging dummy. They had Vinicius Jr. They put a jersey on a black blow up doll and started hanging it from the and it's just like, bro, like it is a La Liga issue, but it's a FIFA issue as well. You know what I mean? Like we see this week in, week out. I just saw a tweet today that's talking about 4 or 5 VAR referees are getting they're going to get sacked because the VAR has been bad this year across La Liga. I think they have 4 or 5 of them. So you know that the authorities are looking at the game and saying, okay, how do we make it better? These refs have been terrible with VAR this year. They won't have jobs next year. But then when it comes down to this racism, it's like everyone wants to play hush hush. And it's sad, man. And I'm glad we started here because I wanted to start with the Sheffield Wednesday and how they came back in historic fashion. But even if you look at the first leg of that Sheffield Wednesday versus Barnsley or versus Peterborough, the manager for Sheffield Wednesday is black. They were giving him racist remarks when they were down 4-0. You know, it's everywhere. You know, at least in England, we kind of pointed out and the powers that be kind of try to attack it. But it's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. And honestly, like, I tip my hat to Vini because it's tough when you're a player and you're supposed to be competing at the highest level and you know you're going to go into a situation where you're going to just hear the worst things possible. You know, like as an athlete, how are you supposed to perform when you know that you're going to get these racist remarks? People are going to throw bananas at you. They're going to throw trash at you. They're going to call you monkey. They're going to say stupid N-word. They're going to do this, that, and the third. And the refs aren't there to protect you. The other team isn't there to protect you. You know what I mean? It's just sad. And we see it all across multiple leagues. And there really hasn't been much done. I mean, last few years, the English players took a knee before every game, and it was kind of just symbolic. It didn't really do anything because game in, game out, you still saw it happen. So I don't know what it has to.
And then when players don't kneel, they lick on them crazy. Like, what is this doing for me, bro?
Yeah, Zaha stopped. Yeah, Zaha stopped halfway through the season. He's like, bro, I'm not taking a knee because last week you guys said something racist to me. So what are we actually doing here? I remember it would be good to look up the interview, but I remember the first time Zaha didn't take the knee afterwards. I'm not sure if they won the game or not, but they asked him about it. They say, Zaha, why did you take the knee? He's like, for what? Like, for what? Why am I taking a knee when I'm still hearing the same racist remarks and nothing's being done about it? And honestly, I agree with what Vinny said. Why aren't the sponsors doing anything? Why aren't these media doing anything? They see it week in, week out. It's not like they're blind, you know, once. But again, you know, it goes to the top. A lot of these sponsors are run by rich white men who really don't care. So it's really, you know, one of those things where we would like to see it get better, but how? You know, it's really tough to break it down. But
I mean, he's the best part of their product, though. I mean, think about it in La Liga. If Vinicius goes, like, you could say Benzema, but like, I mean, let's be real. Benzema at this point he's
on his way up.
Yeah,
he's getting up there.
This is like your biggest product. Like, he is literally the best player in the league. He's why a lot of people watch. I don't know. It's just regardless of who you are, I just think that at this point, punishments just need to be more severe, man. That's how people learn.
I agree.
They need to be extremely severe. No fans. I'm talking about that stuff like that happens. I'm talking about no fans for 3 games.
Yeah,
like
got points.
3 games. Yeah,
Deduct
like
one.
that. Yeah, deduct points if it continuously happens. Like, no, we're gonna deduct 5 points.
What the
Like,
players
get
feel
your
like.
fans under control. Yeah, like because it's ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely ridiculous. No player. The fact that Vinny is crying on a pitch for unrelated football reasons,
Incident.
like
Yeah.
it's yeah, unrelated unrelated football incident is absolutely ridiculous. Crying on the pitch, bro. You should
Yeah.
only be crying if you lost or if you're injured, bro. Never for something outside of that, or something like, God forbid, something like Erickson, something like that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, bro, nothing should ever. A player should not
Yeah.
be crying on the pitch for anything, and like,
And at the end of the day, bro, I mean, Vinny's what, 22 years old, bro? He's still a
Yeah.
kid, man. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like that, like we harp on mental health in sports, but we always forget that these are little kids sometimes,
Kids.
18,
Yeah.
19, 20 years old. And it's not like he's only been hearing it this year. He's been hearing it since he entered La Liga as a 16,
Absolutely.
17-year-old. Like, and that's why I feel for these players, because they still have to go home at the end of the day. They play for 3 hours and then they go home to their lives, and then they're seeing it online. The media isn't doing anything. They're looking at their DMs. They're probably seeing stuff there. They don't win a game and then it gets worse the next match, and it's just tough. I agree. There needs to be point deductions. There need to be bans. People need to actually get serious. They need to take these people to trial. I mean, these are hate crimes. They're literal hate crimes.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you show up to a match and you see a blow up doll that's hanging with your jersey on it, that's a hate crime. That's a legitimate hate crime. These things need to be taken more seriously. And I don't know. And until that happens, I fear that it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, for real.
Yeah, I agree.
But let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of Africans Talk Football. It's crazy. This is match week 37, coming on 38. This is going to be the last of the Premier League season, at least. It's been a long year. I said it last week, but it's kind of crazy that it's almost over because it's just been a wild ride. A lot of ups and downs, especially for some of our teams. A lot of great things that happened this year. We had a World Cup, and then as we were starting off the episode, a lot of tough things that happened as well. Even going back and thinking about losing Pele this year. I was just actually looking up some highlights. And I was just like, dang, we actually lost Pele this year, bro. It's been a lot that's happened in the footballing world, but want to just say thank you again to everyone who's been rocking with us. It's been our second season releasing episodes, and every year I feel like it gets a little bit better. Especially with the World Cup this year, I feel like we got a lot of viewers who wouldn't normally pay attention to football that kind of tune into the World Cup and then kind of just followed soccer, because this was a great World Cup, seeing Messi finally win his, even the route that they had, starting off losing in the first group stage to winning the rest of their matches. It was a crazy year, man. It was a crazy year. And the Prem, even the top 4, top 6, when you look at it now, there's some teams now that we're like, dang, I can't believe you actually stayed up there this whole time. So appreciate every one of our friends, every one of our fans that's been rocking with us, that's been commenting, just making this year a lot of fun for us, as we're releasing episodes and just seeing everybody interact with the snippets. But I wanted to start off again, like I said, with that Sheffield match, man, because for those of you who don't know, obviously there's relegation. The bottom 3 teams in at least the English tiered system get relegated and they go to the lower division, whereas the top team automatically gets promoted to the next division up. But there's a playoff for, I think, Division 2, Division 3, Division 4, and 5. And this Peterborough versus Sheffield Wednesday, like I said, the first leg, Sheffield Wednesday lost 4-0 away at Peterborough. And in historic fashion, the second leg, which was at Sheffield Wednesday, won 5-1, which tied it up on aggregate 5-5. Then they went to PKs. And if you look at them goals, every goal was low-key a banger. Like, yo, I watched it maybe like an hour ago just so I can get another recap, and I got goosebumps, man. Just even that third goal, if you looked at the dummy that Meg the last
The
defender, and
defender,
then
yeah.
what's his name's Meg's the keeper. Like that goal is a great goal. Like, first of all, that dummy is probably the best dummy I've seen.
Yeah.
Just the weight of how they scored.
It took two defenders out.
It took two defenders out.
Yeah.
Goalie gets Meg. I mean, even the announcers were like, there's hope. Like, it's not over. And then to score the fourth goal to tie it up on aggregate in the 98th minute, I don't know, man. Like, you can't make this. You can't make it up. I don't know if y'all were watching the game live or if you saw highlights right after, but have you seen any comeback like that? I guess the remontada would probably be the only
and then
comeback I could think for Liverpool as well. Yeah. Liverpool
Barca.
to
Barca.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The remontada Barca against PSG. But yeah, 4+. And then to get scored on in extra time and still get that goal back.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yo, that was crazy. I guess in the footballing world, would you put that as? I mean, it's got to be top 3 comebacks of all time. Top 5, maybe.
I mean, I think the 2 that you named are probably top 2.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's some good ones. Roma against what do you call it? Against Barcelona.
I mean, how big of a are we talking about? Like numbers, like goals?
I'm talking about numbers, goals, and the weight. Because I mean, this is to potentially get promoted to the next division up. This is for them to go to the championship. And I think
honestly, no, go ahead, my fault.
No, I was gonna say, let me look up because I can't remember the last time Sheffield Wednesday was in the league.
It's a minute. But I mean, honestly, for them to score the 98th minute goal and then for them to get scored on in extra time and then score again is even crazier to me. Like the fact that they were able to rally back from getting scored on is wild. And that's why I think it makes his comeback even crazier because if you it's one thing to, get those goals back, right? One thing to get those goals back. And
4 goals, by the way.
It's one thing to get those goals back. But then when you go down that goal, it's like
your especially in extra time,
like
your confidence is kind of just like, damn, we did all that just to get scored on.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then and then the 5th goal for that guy to a left foot toe poke in the box and Meg the guy went under the guy.
Meg the guy.
Yo, that is you can't make stuff like that up. I don't. There's have fun writing that script. Like that's what one of the announcers said. Like,
AI can't do none of that. No chat GPT for that.
Yeah, it's insane to see something.
And think about it too with the PKs. They made all their PKs.
Yeah,
every single one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the keeper even got a hand to one. It went in. He had a foot save almost. That one went in. Yeah. I mean, even Gabriel talking about the calmness of that finish because it was a rebound. The guy shot it. It came right back to him. He takes a touch, looks up, and just slots it. I mean, that's a calm finish, bro. There are a lot of players I've seen that would blow that in the top leagues. And for him to do that...
I don't even know how he did that though.
That's what I'm saying.
That guy, he had no business being in there. He had no business megging that guy for that goal. You can't make stuff like that up. I was actually shocked. I was actually very, very shocked. There was some great performances though. It was I don't know if you don't call that entertainment. Over 2 legs, you saw what 12
10 goals.
10 goals. Yeah. You can't make that stuff up, man. Great match. Great match overall.
Yeah. So Sheffield Wednesday, I just looked up a little bit of history. They were actually when the Premier League became the Premier League, they were one of the first teams. So in 1992, when it became the Barclays Premier League, they were one of the inaugural teams. They haven't been in the Prem since 2000. That's crazy in itself. And they were in the last time they were in the championship. Yeah, last time they were in the championship was the 2020-2021 season.
Oh.
So I don't know, man. It would just be cool to see Sheffield Wednesday. And again, like I said, after after that first leg, when their coach, received racist abuse again because he's a black coach, and their fans were upset that they were down 4-0. There was, all hope was lost at that point. They turned on the coach, and it's just like after I saw that, I'm like, yo, I'm rooting for these guys. I hope they can come back. I honestly was just like, I'm rooting for Sheffield Wednesday. I hope they can come back. And I don't know what that coach said to them pre-match, but that's probably the performance of the season for me, across most leagues. I don't know. That was crazy.
I do want to ask you, since you were talking about rematch, which comeback did you think was a bigger comeback, the remontada or Barca's? Liverpool's versus Barca. I think it was Liverpool's versus Barca.
Really?
Just because of, I don't know if you guys remember, Mohamed Salah was out, and so was
Bobby.
You're right.
So was Bobby too. So you're down 3 already, and guys like Origi and Shaq, came through, and I don't know, bro. So I would have to say that would slightly edge it. I mean, the Barca one is great. But you had Neymar, you had Suarez, Sergi Roberto.
Not Sergi. Get out of here.
Yo, what do y'all think about Juve getting that 10-point deduction again?
That's okay because what was their first one? 30 points?
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
And they deserve something, they deserve something. And for them to just get all those points back, it was kind of like.
But the second one was was it the same thing?
Yeah, it was the same thing.
They revisited. They revisited the bad.
So they said that we should have actually given you 30.
Yeah.
30 points. So what, they're out of, so where does that put them? So
I think they're in 5th or
Champions League. They're in 7th right now. They lost. They lost today.
Yeah, with the 10-point deduction, they're still in Europe.
Yeah, Conference League though.
Hey, Serie A is shit. 10 points deduction.
Yeah, they're 7. It's wild though. They can still. Well, if they would have wanted, they could have made Champions League. But they can still kind of make Champions League. They play Milan, their next match. So they beat Milan, and then Milan loses their last match. You never know.
They're in 7.
You
never know.
They're in 7.
1 point behind Roma.
They need other teams to lose too. So.
Oh no! So it might be wraps for them.
It might be wraps for them, but you never know. They might get a Europa League berth, maybe something. They might, but they probably still be in Europe. So.
Yeah, I think it depends on Roma because Roma is in 6th place right now. But if they win, if they win Europa League, then they automatically go to Champions. So that'll free up a slot for whoever's behind them, which would be Juve. So, Is
wow. So they could though. Yeah. They could sneak.
They really could. They could sneak in.
If ultimately,
no, it would be Atalanta at that point.
Yeah,
they're 5th.
No, but
Atalanta would already be in Europa because they're 5th.
Europe.
No, but I'm saying though, but you're saying Champions League. So if let's say
Roma wins Europa,
if Roma wins Europa, they
get automatic berth to Champions.
Yes, I understand that. So with the never mind. You're right. I'm tripping.
Yeah, so there'll be 5 Italian teams.
There'll be 5 teams.
Yeah, 5 Italian teams. Yeah, right. So that's why it's not over. Juve sitting on 59 points. Roma 60, and then Atalanta 61. So there's still 2 matches left. Anything can happen for real.
Serie A is still whack. Serie A is still whack. How are we going to drop 15 points and we're still in the mix? How are we still in the mix? And this is their second time being, reduced. But, hey, shout out Jose Mourinho, though. Loki could just be back in Champions League next season if they win this.
Yeah.
Jose, man.
From the Conference League to Europa League and maybe to Champions League. That guy just wins, man.
I have a start sub sell for you guys later, man.
Here we go. Manager edition.
No, I have one. I'll
Okay.
save it. I'll save it. It does say it's in
I
there.
thought you were gonna go. I thought you were gonna go manager edition. You know what? We got a what's the manager one? Hire, fire. I don't
Yeah.
know the last one.
Yeah.
No, it's like first,
Interim.
assistant manager, and then set piece coach. Just you're just on the staff. No, nah,
No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
City, third Prem.
Yeah, so congratulations to all the citizens. Um,
4 of you.
that's all I gotta say. I didn't even, bro. I'm not gonna
We
hold
should
you.
have brought Solo on. We should have brought Solo on.
Nah, we all right.
Solo and Taylor.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm cool on that. I didn't even watch the Chelsea match on Sunday. I went to I texted my buddy. I was like, I'd rather watch paint dry than us honor City with the badge of honor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't doing none of that. But yeah, you know, Pep Guardiola, he's and I saw a tweet that said I think he's the only manager to win three titles in a row in 3 different leagues. He did it with Bayern, he did it with Barcelona, and now he's done it with City. Call it BBC, I guess. Bayern, Barca, City. That's crazy. Yeah, man. I've been having arguments as far as where Pep is, as far as greatest managers of all time. And I said once it's said and done, he'll probably be number 1, but I'm not ready to put him there yet. I still put Fergie above him. I'll put Ancelotti above him.
In terms of
I mean, just in terms of managers, like best managers all time. I like, if you look at what he's done, he's won everywhere he's gone.
Yeah.
No,
the only thing he hasn't done with City is win a Champions League, and you know they're in the final again this year. So
Ancelotti has those.
You know, Ancelotti has those, and I know people probably won't put Jose above him, but Jose too, man. I feel like people kind of sleep on Jose because of his attitude, and you know he's been sacked a lot of places. But look, he's up there too. I know people probably don't want to say he's above Pep, but
Jose is
everybody knows.
Jose, there's an argument.
Jose is above Pep for me, but Pep
for me he is too.
Practically, I think Pep is the best coach of all time. Like the best, like no one knows more about the game than him.
Tactician.
He knows more about it than Sir Alex, all those guys. Sir Alex we couldn't beat them.
Yeah.
Facts.
He doesn't, like, we couldn't. So tactically, he's the best manager. But for me, like, everything that encompasses of what it means to be a manager, just because there's a lot of factors that go into that. Because think about all the situations that he's walked into, Pep. You know what I'm saying? Sir Alex had to rebuild the team 3, 4, 5, 6 times. You know what I'm saying? Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto. What are you talking me?
I mean, that Porto team
won it with Inter. And won it with Inter, like the best Barca team of all time. Yeah. He beat that Barca team.
Agreed.
To win a Champions League final.
Another thing I would say about Pep is that if you look at some of the guys he's gotten rid of because he didn't get along with them, you know? He got rid of Eto'o. He got rid of Yaya Toure.
Henry.
He's gotten rid of some guys just because he didn't get along with them. And then you look at Jose and the characters he's had to coach and actually win with. I mean,
but Mike,
this guy won with Balotelli.
You know what? Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
no, you know what it is though with Pep, man. Pep likes robots though. You know, like you have to play his way. You have to do that. I mean, everyone that's played for him talks about that. How like Zlatan was just like, I'm just not a robot. Just let me play. Henry was like, I'm one of the best players in the world, and you're telling me to touch the touchline for what? Like, let me score goals. But you know, I mean.
He's still the best tactician for sure.
Best tactician, for sure. There's nobody better than him.
So I mean, where does this season rank for them in all the?
This is the best.
Prem they've won. You think this is the best one?
For sure.
Well, no. I think like
the
league title.
season finish out.
The league title, or are you talking about
league title. Like,
just
I mean,
domestically?
they've won, domestically.
If we're talking about just the league title, I wouldn't say that this is their best year. I would say the year probably that they beat City,
2018.
the year that they beat that team when they won
by 1 point. Was that the 1 point year?
Mhm.
That was probably their best year, just because
remember that
really,
year they had to win like 14 in a row or something.
Yeah,
Even this year they had to do the same
team.
thing.
That was them at their best, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. Like that what was that 2018? Yeah, the 2018 team. I think even the team that beat Liverpool by 1 point without when Aguero really wasn't playing was Jesus up top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, but this one though too. I mean,
this one was different.
If they win the treble this year, especially the way that they won it, like they were 9 points behind Arsenal at 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Then they went on how many games unbeaten? Where would you say?
I think 13.
Where was
13
the
wins.
turning point? Where was the turning point?
The turning point for Arsenal was the Liverpool game, in my opinion. And I told you that. I told you that is the game. I feel like if they win, there's no doubt in my mind they win the league.
So what about for City?
No, the turning point was not that.
Oh, I think it was. It was so the Liverpool twisted. Game. It was the Liverpool game.
No, let's focus on
the turning point. I'll give you the turning point for City, but the turning point, I don't even think there was a turning point for City. Honestly, the turning point for us was Saliba's injury. That was the turning point. That's when our season completely changed. Agreed. Everything went downhill from that. From there, we started drawing and losing matches. We didn't get a clean sheet for almost 9 games. Like that's when our season changed. I don't even know like where to begin with that. Like that's where our season changed, not the Liverpool game.
I mean, we can agree to disagree, but to be up to 0 and tell me to not win that game after doing that 30 times this season, you can't just put it on one player injury. Like, no, I'm not buying that. We can agree to disagree though. I'm not buying that. I think if you guys win that Liverpool game, there's no doubt. Because after you lost that one, the EBG restarted. You started feeling the footsteps. And then it went on. And then City could tell. And then, I mean, after they beat you at home, that was the end of it. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't think this is their best one yet. But Haaland, for sure, is going to be a problem. And I hope somebody figures it out.
So, Gabriel, you said that, like, City really didn't even, like, have a turning point. I kind of agree.
They
just kept winning.
Like I said on this pod before, City is the only team in the world, in the entire world, that can wake up one day and say, you know what? We're going to go 25 unbeaten. They're the only team that can do that. Literally the only team. No other team on this planet can say we're just going to go 25 unbeaten and not lose. Or we're just going to win 14, 15 in a row. It's they're the only team that can do that. So for them, it's just, I don't know where. It's just a thing. It's just in their DNA. It's just who they are. So I don't really think there was a turning point for them. Like, I just think it was, okay, time to kick in a second gear. And that's what they did.
I have a question.
Yeah, their last loss was February 5th against Tottenham. And then before that, they lost to United January 14th. It's just been wins and draws.
Like, bro, what team in the world is doing that?
And their draws came in Champions League.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit. The only, like, kind of poor game they had was that Leipzig game. And even that game, they didn't lose. But I don't know if this is I don't even think this is a hot take. But think about all the right backs in England. Is Kyle Walker the best right back ever for England?
Ever? Oh, for England.
I think, yeah.
Easy.
I mean, he's making a name for himself. Yeah.
Easy.
I don't think it's a hot take.
So then when we say ever, where is he top 3?
What do you mean?
Right back ever?
Ever? I would say he's the best ever for England.
No, I'm just saying ever.
Or you just talk about
name the 3. No, so we established he's definitely the best right back of England ever.
Okay, him
better than Neville, all those guys. Okay, so ever. You're talking about Cafu. You're talking
Puyol.
about no. He's not in that league.
I put Puyol as a center back, but
I mean, when Di Maria ended his career, he was playing right back. But
very momentarily. That's why he didn't Why,
I
why he
mean,
couldn't go out there? He wasn't supposed to be out there. He was covering.
Honestly, I mean,
Yo,
Sergio Ramos as a right back was just
Yeah, when he was young.
on
Yeah.
when
levels.
he was
Yeah.
young, yeah.
I mean, he switched
I
to center
mean-
back, but I don't even think Kyle Walker reached like Sergio Ramos when he was playing right back. I don't people don't even remember that Sergio Ramos.
Yeah,
Like
no, he was good because
that was a
he
different
couldn't play
type.
over the center back. Who I forgot who was playing there. He couldn't play there.
I mean, where do you put Philip Lahm?
Philip Lahm is
Lam
top.
Lam is better.
So I was gonna say, this is me.
Lam probably might be the best that I've seen.
I would say Lam, Cafu.
I didn't really see
Nesta?
Cafu like that.
No, I honestly, I'm taking Kyle Walker over Danny Alves.
You're smoking.
I mean, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
No, absolutely
If
not.
we're
No,
talking, player for player, yeah.
no.
Kyle Walker will shut. Kyle
Yeah,
Walker
absolutely.
will shut down.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker will shut down your best player. Your best player. I will rub
100%.
him off the
I'm still
ball.
not taking
I
him.
mean,
Not
sure. I
For
agree with
sure.
that. But
I'm
Dani
cool with that.
Alves, before we even had these right wing backs, Dani Alves was that.
He was.
He was like the first right back probably that I saw that could fly up the flanks, come back and still defend. Like I think like he honestly changed that position for real. If there's no Dani Alves, there's no Trent.
Can what's his name? Walker do what Dani Alves did on that Barcelona team?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. Because Kyle Walker can't play like that.
No,
he can't play.
No,
He
can play. He can play, but he can't play
But
like
yeah,
that.
no, he could play. He could play.
He can play, but he can't play like that. No,
but here's my thing, though. Here's my thing. Everything that we're giving credit for Dani Alves is going forward. And I agree. Dani Alves going forward was great. You talk about playing inverted. He was inverted. he was the pioneer to a lot of the things.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, for sure.
I 100%
defensively too.
But defensively, let's not act like he was a scrub.
Defensively, Dani
Alves not better than Kyle Walker defensively. He's not better than Kyle Walker defensively.
No.
You're right. No. You're right. He's not better than Kyle Walker defensively.
But
at the same time,
defense at an 8 out of 10 and is attacking at an 8 out of 10 versus Kyle Walker, who's defending might be a 9 out of 10 and is attacking is like a 6, 7. I'm still taking Dani Alves, bro. Because young Dani Alves.
Oh,
young Dani Alves by Cristiano. I remember young he was getting bopped by Cristiano. Kyle Walker just shut down Vinicius. I've seen him shut down when he played. Didn't they play PSG?
Yeah,
he played PSG.
Yeah,
a few years back. Didn't hear from Neymar and Mbappe that game. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Niggas just trying to outrun Kyle Walker? You trying to outmuscle Kyle Walker?
No.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm that's a good debate for real. But Dani Alves was different sauce. I'm probably taking him over Kyle Walker.
I'm a big Kyle Walker fan too, but I'm taking Danny.
Okay.
I'm a big defending wise, I don't think there is a better 1v1 defender.
Then who?
I don't. Than Kyle Walker.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I don't.
But
yeah, no, I'm saying
hot take.
No, I'm saying I don't think there's not one better. Like no, there's not.
I could probably
who
defensively. Are you taking 1-on-1?
Everyone besides him. No. Come on.
Hey, I just stop.
No.
All right,
we're having.
I don't know.
We literally just talked about
best
English defenders. Isn't AW English?
He said
Salam.
I see
your argument. He doesn't do it consistently enough for me.
Yeah.
That's where I'm coming from. He just doesn't do it consistently enough for me. But is he up there? 100%. I think he's up there with Kyle Walker 100%. Like he shut down Mbappe. Yes, Mbappe beat him 1 or 2 times, but that's gonna happen. He's Mbappe. Like it's gonna happen. But no, I remember. I'll give Wan-Bissaka a shout. I think he's a great 1v1 defender. He starts on my FIFA team every time. But you know, but yeah, no, not Kyle Walker. I think Kyle Walker he's the best, bro. He's the best.
Okay. Yeah, but that's a good. I like that because we're definitely putting him as the best English right back. Dang, so he's probably top 3, top 5 all time.
He's top 3. I think he clears a lot of guys that, you know.
I'll put him as the best English right back of all time.
I mean,
Yeah, I think we agree with that. Yeah,
he
I
might
think we
be
all agree with that.
the English defender. Well, maybe not defender.
No, Roy Keane.
There's been some
Roy Keane
good
was a
ones.
defender. But I mean, if you had an all-time England's back line, like he's on there. Him,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll be there
Rio
right back.
Ferdinand, JT, and Ashley Cole.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
That's a crazy back line.
It's a crazy back line. Yeah. No one's getting past that. But Jordan
Nobody. Between speed, pace, and physicality, no one is getting past them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and
no one's winning a header. Like,
and JT. I mean, and a lot of those guys could score too. Like you bring them up for corners. John Terry, I think, led the league as
Most goals for
like most goals as from a
Center back.
defender. Yeah, a couple times.
a center
Couple
back.
times.
Center back or
Yeah.
defender?
Actually, let me say center back. Let me not. I know for a fact it was center back. I can't tell.
Yeah.
I can't quote defender. But yeah, like that team might. Yeah, that's a crazy back line.
Crazy.
But sheesh. So
2 teams lost this weekend. I think Chelsea, we should just go first.
Of course.
There's nothing to really talk about.
there's not much to talk about.
I mean,
I saw that Frank said that I guess somebody asked if he would come back and coach in any capacity, and he said no.
He said no.
He said no.
bro.
It's so weak. How do you
Why would
say
somebody
no?
even ask him that question? Like, it's disrespectful to
It is low key. I mean, I wouldn't if I were him. Be under. If you're Frank,
Nobody's hiring him. He knows he's lucky to be in the position he's in.
No, if you're
hiring
Frank,
him,
if you're Frank and Pochettino asks you to be on his staff, do you say yes?
That
He
would
will
be his
take the
dream
job.
It would be a dream job for him.
he will
Yeah.
take the job.
You are not too good for that. What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Probably
So
your
that's
that's your best case scenario.
He's lucky to be here. Like, I don't watch press conferences anymore. It's pointless to me. Like, yeah.
Damn, Mike. You didn't. I even watched the press conferences. At least you got tuned into it.
Because, I gave Porter the benefit of the doubt, sat through all the bullshit, and then Lampard came in, and his bullshit was like even next level. Saying things that I'm just like, bro, you're not the manager. Get us wins and leave. Or don't be doing all these extra shit. Like, I don't care. Like, I watched the game. I mean, I didn't expect anything. We were all right. Some bright spots. Madueke coming in. That was nice. Sterling had a couple of chances. I feel like he should have at least scored on one.
We talked about the Sterling, just like him. I just find one of the.
I don't know.
That's a big disappointment.
flops. I want to say
That's
flop
it.
necessarily, but
Flop already.
I don't want to say flop, but he definitely a disappointment this season.
How much
He
was
started
he?
off. I can't remember.
What?
How much was he? 50 million plus?
Yeah, 55.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, if we're looking at goals, he's scored probably more for us in big spots. Apart from that, I mean,
Yeah,
you know how I felt about Sterling before he became a Chelsea guy. I was never a Sterling guy. But once he comes to my team, I'm backing him. And if I'm looking at everybody I can blame, he's not up there for me. There are guys that were just,
I agree.
so
Way worse this season.
I didn't have like all big expectations with Sterling. I didn't. But yeah, man, just I don't know. We play United and then Newcastle. So as a Chelsea fan, we're just counting the days, man. It's one game after the other, man. There's nothing that we need to talk about.
I'm just glad all that relegation talk stopped because that was getting real disrespectful. Very disrespectful. And especially, and I said it last week too, but we're sitting at 39 points. The bottom 3 teams are not getting 39 points. There was never a doubt in my mind that they would get 39 points, but the media has to say something, and then you hear all the banter from all the other fans. And I know we don't have any Tottenham fans in this pod, but I've been saying it. Tottenham is not going to be in Europe. I said Brighton will pass them up. Villa will pass them up. Look at where they at. They're sitting at 8th place right now.
Look at Villa.
I know they.
Look at Villa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Good evening.
good evening. Good evening.
Man.
The league is getting tougher, man. It is no more. Is no more of that top six.
Yeah.
There's no more top six. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even for Chelsea. I would still say that we're in that top six, but after this year, we got nothing to say about that top six. We were shambolic this year. We have new ownership. We have to restart from scratch. Tottenham, you know, it was fun while it lasted, but you guys are no longer part of that top six. You guys don't have a manager right now. Who knows what the summer is going to bring? You know, a lot of your team is looking soft right now. You know, Son didn't have a great year. Harry Kane did what he did, but if it's just going to be him, there's no way that Tottenham maintains the levels that they've done over the past, 4 or 5 years. I really don't see Tottenham staying that high. And same thing for Chelsea. Like, we're going to have to fight next year. I mean, if you look at the top 4, City, Arsenal, United, Newcastle, those are real strong teams with real managers. I mean, Newcastle, Eddie Howe is not at the level of some of those other managers, but real strong teams, real managers, real backing. And then you look at Villa, you look at Liverpool, you look at Brighton, what they were able to do. Even Fulham for the first half of the year, they were looking super decent as well. So for, teams like Chelsea, for teams like Tottenham, we're going to have to fight next year. Teams aren't scared to play us. It's evident. We saw it this year. Teams aren't scared to come and get a result. So it's going to be very, very interesting for Chelsea this summer. And I've been saying it. We need a goalkeeper. We need another center back. We need a left back. We need a striker. Everything else will kind of fall into place. But those 3-4 positions we need 1,000,000%.
We need a proper DM.
I think
Enzo's box to box.
Enzo's box to box. Yeah. But we need I think we can. I think we don't need to go spend on a DM. I think those other positions we need a lot more.
Yes, we need a DM. Our midfield is too weak, man. It's just too weak. If we can get somebody like a Caicedo, sitting in front of the back line, detect. Yo, chill out. Why are Arsenal fans so threatened?
Gabriel,
this is how it goes.
I'm not even threatened, bro. I said this last week. We're going all after the same players.
Exactly.
I said this last week.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
We do all the homework, and then here comes these two. Yes,
if we can get somebody like that to sit up there, I feel like it would be very helpful. So that we can get Enzo, kind of attacking and giving the balls to the guys in front.
How about Deckers?
Decker? I was just about to say Decker.
He's a Chelsea fan, I thought. But he's also...
He doesn't move me, man. He doesn't.
He's also a good friend with Mason Mount, though. I feel like, Mason Mount, from what I hear, is hard to reach an agreement there.
We'll take care of it in the summer. I think
I'm not worried about that too much right now. I'm not going to lie.
Declan Rice to Arsenal makes more sense than Declan Rice to Chelsea?
I don't think it makes more sense. I think he's one of the best center defensive mids in the league, in the world right now. And I think both teams need him. Honestly.
For his career, go to Arsenal.
For his career, he could go either or. You know what I'm saying? I think if he goes to Arsenal, that gives them a lot more confidence for next year. You know what I'm saying? Because Partey, I mean, we could talk about it. Partey had a very bad year this year.
No, I wouldn't say he had a bad year. I think he had a bad few.
I mean, I'm not.
Please stop.
Not the full year. Can we say the? Can't say the full year.
Not 2023. No. Not full year, but I'm talking just strictly 2023. I think after the World Cup, he fell off crazy. I think he fell off. I mean, great. The first half of the season was great. Let me say that first and foremost. Arsenal was buzzing, everything was going right for them. But 2023, there were a lot of games I look at Partey's performances and I'm like, bro, you put up some stinkers. Like, and especially if you look at the last 2 months where they needed him to play at the level that we saw him play the first half of the year, he just wasn't doing it. So I feel like if you get, and Gabriel even said this, when you bring players in that are challenge you week in, week out for your position, it raises the level of everyone else on the team. And I feel like Partey kind of got a little complacent because he knew he was going to have to start every week. And then that's where you saw the level start to drop a little bit. But I think if you bring in Declan Rice to Chelsea, obviously that gives us that stability we need in the midfield. If you bring him to Arsenal, that just bolsters their team even more. If you saw what they were doing this year, that just gives them a lot more confidence going into next year to fight for titles again. So I don't know if one fits him more than the other. I think they'll both be good spots for him. He needs to go somewhere where he's competing for trophies, even though I guess West Ham's in the Conference League Championship or whatever. But he needs to go somewhere where he can actually play to his ability with players that match his level. And I think either team could do it. I think he'll fit in initially better at Arsenal because they already have a well-oiled machine over there. You know what I mean? They have an idea of where they want to, of how they want to play. They have an identity. Arteta's been there for 3 years, going on 4 now. So the team is already set. Chelsea is it's going to be a project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. If he goes to Arsenal, I feel like whatever position he's going to play, he's going to pretty much, it's going to be his position. But if you go to Chelsea, I mean, you're going to have to keep fighting. It's a project. You might end up falling out of the squad. So I think Arsenal will be a good fit for him. I agree with you.
The squad goes. I think wherever he goes, he's going to start, whether he went to Chelsea or not. Or Arsenal. I think
Yeah, he's going to start. I just think that
no.
Arsenal's obviously the better situation. I mean, Chelsea, though, is
Tell me, it's a project, so you just might fall out. You just never know. But Arsenal has they have an 11, and they're gonna have a hole that you can fill.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, well, shit, let's keep it moving. I got these 3 start sub-sell questions that I want to ask you guys, but should we go Arsenal or United? I'll make it quick if you guys want to talk about United real quick.
You guys,
I mean, I got a question for you. How you feel going into these last 2 matches? Because
great.
Top 4 it's not guaranteed, bro.
We need 1 point.
It's not guaranteed.
We need 1 point from these 2 games. I think I will say though, United, we do have a tendency to make things harder than they need to be. But I think, in spite of all our inconsistencies, we've been really good at home. So I think we've conceded 8 goals at Old Trafford. 2 goals were in the first game. So, I mean, I feel really good, especially playing a Chelsea team that's very poor right now. There's no better time to play Chelsea than now, so I think we'll be able to get a point there. If not, we'll definitely get a point against Fulham. I'm really not worried about it. I think, for me, best case scenario, I think that we should come in with the best team possible to play Chelsea, secure that point, and then rest the players that need to play for the FA Cup final during the Fulham match. And then get ready for hopefully another trophy. But yeah, I feel great. 100% confident. Man United is back in the Champions League with Arsenal and Newcastle and Man City. So
that'll be fun to watch.
We'll be back on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Thank God. Thank God. I can't. The whole Thursday, Sunday thing is just
terrible.
Terrible.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that turnaround is crazy.
Yeah, man. Ridiculous. Oh my God. The Nuggets are winning.
Yeah. No, yeah. I've been
It's over.
Oh my God.
They're up 6, bro.
You guys saw
That's it. But go ahead with your question. I'm trying to hear this.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about Arsenal?
No, we're gonna talk about Arsenal. It was a great season. Arsenal, I mean, we said it last week, y'all did what y'all supposed to do, but that Nottingham Forest, man. I feel like I don't know. Because I watched the match and I just feel like there wasn't any sense of urgency. I feel like they just gave up at that point. I don't know, Gabriel, like how you felt about the match, but
Bro,
just
these
watching
last two
it,
games are pointless, bro. Like no one cares anymore. Obviously, like once we lost the titles, what are we playing for at this point? It's like we might as well at this point might as well be a middle table team. Like it doesn't even matter. Like
I'm not
we
saying
got
all
our
that.
champion. Not saying that, but it's like we have nothing to play for in the league. There's nothing to play for. So like I mean, we talk about the match, bro. The match was abysmal. I mean, look at whatever he did, try to do with Partey, obviously didn't work. Um, I hope to never see that guy playing right back ever again. Um, didn't work at all. Uh, everything just looks slow. There's no. We try to force everything to the right side, but Partey didn't know what really he was doing and how to position himself. So, um, I, I don't know. Everything just looked very off. But I mean, I expect that. Everyone's sad, Saudi. No one really wants to play. Uh, I think we'll do well in our last match at home, but I mean, yeah, everything was flat. Everyone is flat. Everyone's sad. Everyone over there is Saudi. So yeah, I didn't like after we got scored on. After we got scored on, I stopped watching. Yasser stayed down here and I don't know, wasted the next 70 minutes of his life watching that match. After we got scored on, I was like, bro, what are we watching? What am I watching this for? The season's done. We're losing to Nottingham, and Nottingham Forest is a hard place to go. But it's like losing at home, losing away against Nottingham Forest. We look terrible. We after halftime, he didn't change anything. Like until 60 minutes in, it was like, bro, I'm not gonna sit here and waste my life watching this. I'm not even gonna watch next week. There's no point. I all I can, my season has finished. Is concluded. It's just with y'all. Chelsea, how you said Chelsea was done months ago. My season ended 2 weeks ago. I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation. I'm on holiday. I am just looking at the summer now. All I care about is bringing in the players that we said we wanted to bring in. That's all I care about right now. I do want them to put on a good display for the home fans the last game. You know, at the end of the day, we did have a good season. Um, our best season in the past, I don't know how many years, since Arsene Wenger, probably. So, you know, it's good to be in Champions League. It's good to, you know, have that, be in that competition, be playing amongst the best. It's good to be, you know, high up in the table again. But I mean, hey, I'm just looking towards next year. That's
So,
my season's done.
question for you, Gabriel. So I think this Arsenal team is on par, or they could have already passed it to have secured the most points in the Premier League ever by an Arsenal side. Like,
Um, Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I can't. I'm not
but
100%.
like it's in the realm of possibility, I believe, if they I don't know how many points you're supposed to get, but between this game and the next game, you're supposed to get like X amount of
We only have one more game left.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but going into it, like yeah.
Oh, we could have. Yes, I got you.
So like, do you think like with the core of players, like with like that being known, like is it concerning that like a game like Nottingham Forest can just happen?
No, because like it's literally sports psychology. I
Hmm.
don't like. I don't.
Really?
I don't know what you want them to do. Like, yeah, like, oh, we're gonna go play like it's, you know, we're still fighting for a title. Like, nah, bro, like it's done. Like
Yeah.
it's over with.
No.
So yes,
Yeah.
it's concerning because I don't want my team to go and look like that, obviously. But at the same time, I can understand, like, bro, I don't want to play no more. Like, I can get it. They're all on vacation
No.
too, bro. They're on holidays. So it's like, no, it's not concerning for me, bro. Nothing about anything going on right now is concerning. I was
Yeah.
concerned when we played Liverpool. I was concerned when we drew West Ham. I was concerned when we were drawing and losing games. All the concern is now gone, bro. Like, I do not care about anything that happens this season outside of I want all my players to be healthy. I want the summer. That's it. Like, I'm not concerned about the core of my team are all getting new contracts. There's a reason for that. They're all getting new contracts. They're getting long-term deals because they all earned it. They all earned their contract. Saka earned this $290,000 a week contract he's about to get. Ramsdale, he earned his contract. Odegaard, he earned this little extension in contract he's about to get. Martinelli, same thing. All these guys earned their contracts.
No,
That's
I
why
agree.
they're the core of the team. So I'm not worried about no performances. I'm not worried about any of that. Sports psychology after that, it's just how a performance like that can happen for Arsenal is just how Petersborough could lose after leading 4-0. A team like Sheffield goes into that match, has nothing to lose. So they get one goal, oh, we believe. They get a goal early, oh, we believe. So it's just the same thing, man. Like sports psychology of it, a team is down, they have nothing to play for anymore. I didn't expect anything out of this result. Nottingham Forest have something to play for. They don't want to get relegated. They have something to fight for. When you have nothing to fight for, you're probably not going to get out, or you're probably not going to win.
I'm saying, like, I feel you. Like, it's a disappointment of like how the season ended, but like going into next year, it's like, okay, guys, like, we were the team that collected the most points ever for an Arsenal side, like in the Premier League. Like that, I feel like could be a positive. Like going into like, okay, I know like it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but like as a team, like we'll have that. I don't know. I feel like that.
But you know why it's not though? Because of the mentality. The mentality that showed at Nottingham Forest is the reason why they didn't win the league. It's just clear. It's that simple, dog. There were multiple games you were up. You showed us for 30 games. Y'all can take care of business. For 8 games, you couldn't do it. It's just that simple.
Bro,
it's literally that simple.
Mike, I don't understand. I really don't understand what you don't. Mike, I don't understand what you don't understand about Rob Holding and Saliba, bro.
Excuses, bro. We don't care.
Mike, you're talking.
What do we say all the time?
What do we talk? Bro.
What do we say all the time?
Stop.
Nah. What do we say all the time? Injuries are part of the game. Injuries are part of the game. You're not gonna sit here and tell me because one guy was out, that was the reason you lost 8 games.
Oh. Okay, that's the reason we lost 8 games, right, Mike? We lost 8 games, right?
You didn't win those games. You dropped all those points.
Right, and what happened before that, Mike?
And just tell us that.
So, Mike, answer the question. What happened?
I thought we're going to win the league. What happened?
What happened before? What happened in the
so
run
what happened
of
for 30 games? For 30 games, what happened?
What happened in the run of games, bro?
What happened in those 8 games? For 30 games of winning every game. What happened in those 8 games?
Me off, bro. What? No, Mike. Answer my question. Answer my question.
You're sitting here telling me Saliba is the reason why he take care of business,
bro.
Hold on. Wait.
God,
so,
are you saying you couldn't be Southampton?
Are you saying in the run of games?
Like
the run of games.
I'm not trying to hear that, bro. You went up.
All right,
you went up at West Ham.
Mike.
You went up at Liverpool. Don't tell me because you're Saliba.
Hold on.
I'm not trying to hear it.
All right, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm done talking to you.
The run of games.
Your mentality is so low. Arsenal's mentality is so low.
Our mentality is low. Our mentality is low. Our mentality is low.
You're okay. Serious? You had a good season because you finished second. Not a good season because
you should be embarrassed of yourself, bro. Watch out, man. I'm trying to hear nothing you have to say to me, bro. I'm not trying to hear nothing you have to say to me. Coming from 13th on 40 points, bro. Are you serious?
I'm not making excuses for us. I'm not making excuses for us. Am I making excuses for Chelsea?
Troll me now.
I'm not making excuses for Chelsea.
I'm not making any excuses, bro. I never.
But why are you telling me Saliba? Because of Saliba,
bro. When did I make an excuse, bro? I never made an excuse on this pod, so never say I made an excuse.
Okay, so what happened? What happened in Southampton? What happened at Nottingham? What happened in Liverpool?
Did you not watch the matches?
Did
you not watch the match? When did I make any excuse, Mike? You're the only one making excuses. You made excuse. No one made an excuse. So please stop, bro. Please stop.
He did say that.
Stop.
To be fair,
I never made an excuse.
He did say that they didn't show up. I'm saying
I never made an excuse. So please stop, bro.
In the run of games,
man.
In the run of games, these are the facts. In the run of games, these are the
facts where they didn't take care of business.
They didn't.
That's simple,
bro.
They also had. I mean, listen,
bro.
I'm
about to leave, bro. I'm about to.
But listen, the thing is, the reality is. They were in those situations. They did have players out. Granted, the players that they had out, though, I mean, those were big parts of the team.
But I understand what you don't understand about that. When you guys lost big players, When you guys lost Conte, what happened, right? What happened? Oh, he's not on one player. Let's talk about. But what happened to your team when you lost Conte? You guys didn't do anything.
But did we sit here and say that? But did we sit here and say that we didn't win the league because Conte was not there?
Stop.
We said Conte was out. That's why we were weak. It was part of the problem.
Oh, you're blaming on one
not all the problem.
Bro, stop.
Hey, reel it in. One at a time.
One at a time. No, you say, you can't blame it on one player. It's one.
Hey, reel it in. One at a time.
I'm saying what I saw. Why do you have a problem with it? You said what you wanted to say. I'm saying what I wanted to say.
Your team's in 13th after spending 500
I get it. It's your team. This is what I see about your team.
Don't chat to me, bro.
I'm sorry.
Mike, do not chat to me.
You can say whatever you want about Chelsea.
Background, do not chat to me, bro. Do not chat to me about nothing right now, bro.
Yeah, I'm not putting.
You can say whatever you want about Chelsea. I'm not going to say anything. I'll take it.
Do not chat to me, bro.
I'll take it.
Do not chat to me. Do not chat to me.
This is what I saw with
us. This here would have for me.
You just don't. You don't have an opinion
because you're trying to create this narrative, bro, and it's
not a narrative. It's a fact.
Bro,
it's not a narrative.
All right, you're right. It's a fact.
Am I making these scorelines up? Am I making them up?
It's a fact that you're in 13th. It's a fact that you shouldn't even take this conversation.
We're not in 13th.
So please stop, bro. You're not
in 12.
You're not even.
Bro, this your first time in Champions League in 5 years, and it's a good season.
Bro, stop it, bro. Stop it. You're trying to create this narrative, bro.
There's no narrative. It's a fact. I'm only stating facts.
I'm over your narrative. I'm over you trying to create it, bro.
Am I making up the points you guys dropped? Am I making it up? It's the facts.
You can't.
At the end of the day, it is a good season. Man. Regardless of if they bottled or if they didn't win, whatever rhetoric you want to use, Arsenal had a great season, bro. This is a great season from a team that hasn't seen Champions League in 5-6 years.
It's definitely
to being the only team that can compete with City this year. I mean, at the end of the day, we can call it whatever it is. Arsenal had a great season, like fact.
Hey,
Arsenal had a great season.
Yeah,
maybe not the season they wanted. They didn't win any trophies. They didn't win any trophies. That is a fact. But they were the only team that competed against City, and they were on top of the league for what, 90% of the year,
249 days.
So whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
If they would have won a trophy, obviously, yeah, they would have been more happy. If they would have won the league, obviously, yeah, that's a 20-year drought. But we're not gonna dismay the fact that they had a great season. They didn't win the trophy. That's the issue. The issue is they didn't win the trophy.
Because if you have that,
when did I not embrace that we didn't win the trophy, bro? When did I not embrace that
performance at Nottingham Forest?
When did I not embrace that we didn't?
I'm sure they were embracing it.
When did I not embrace that? But bro, look at the facts, bro. We lost serious players at a certain time. We lost serious players at a certain time that affected results. But I don't give up to the last day. I'm done chatting to you, bro. Bro, I'm done chatting to you. Don't talk to me.
Give my opinion.
Do not talk to me about nothing. What you're saying is this narrative. I'm over it. I'm not hearing it from you. I'm not hearing it from you, bro. I'm not hearing nothing of this from you.
Why can I not give my opinion?
I'm not hearing none of it, bro.
Why? Why not? Why not?
I'm not hearing none of it because it's false and this narrative is BS, bro.
Is it false you tied Liverpool 2-2? Is it false you tied West Ham 2-2?
Is it all right? Let me pull up your results.
Like I'm making this up. My opinion.
Let me pull up your results,
on
Mike.
what I saw.
Is it true that you lost to Arsenal 3-1? Is it true that you lost to Brentford 2-0? Yeah. Is it true that you lost to Wolves 1-0?
Yeah.
Or is it true that you lost to Tottenham 2? So stop chatting to me, Mike. Shut up. Please stop, bro. Stop. Please, I'm done.
So are you telling me I can't give my opinion? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because your narrative is BS.
It's not a narrative. I'm saying a fact.
You're pushing an agenda, bro, and I'm over your agendas, bro.
Agenda? What agenda?
I'm over your agendas.
Start,
bro. Watch out.
Reel it in.
I will see y'all.
There's no agenda. It's a fact. It's a fucking fact.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
Hop back on. Where is he going?
Come on, man. Everybody's allowed to give their opinion about it. I can't give my fucking opinion. To me, this is how I see it. I see a weak mentality team.
And I don't disagree with you.
Mathematically, on Saturday, you were still in it. We all know, yes, you're not going to win it. It's because City. But mathematically, you were still in it. You win that game, then it depended on our game. What if they don't win that game? You're still in it.
Well,
So
I mean,
I'm not making up
if
some
Arsenal
just
wins, they start De
crazy.
Bruyne and the
Come on,
Mandem,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
and
but
we still
I'm
don't
just
win.
saying
I'm
though.
not
I'm just
making it
saying
up.
if
This is my thing.
to
You
my
can't think
question.
like that and then come back next year and think you're going to be there. Oh, look at the top four last season and look at the top four now. City is the only one. What
Yeah.
makes you think Liverpool is going to have another season like that? What makes you think Chelsea's going to have another season like that? You just don't know. So when I'm saying this is how I see it, I'm stating the facts because I feel like
100%.
that is not going to stay the same. It's just not.
Yeah, 100%.
So I can't sit here and listen to because of Saliba and this. No, I'm not doing that. No, I disagree with that.
That was a big
Your opinion was your opinion, but I disagree with that.
I mean,
there were games that Saliba played every game throughout the season. No, there were some games they saw him, they brought him in the second half. You still controlled those games. You didn't in the other games. There were games you were up.
I think definitely.
I'm not making this up. This is my opinion. You gave what you saw about your team.
You're right. Those are all
I didn't agree with it, and I'm giving my opinion. It's not an agenda.
I will say, back to my question though, like, could it be a problem? He said no. And I could tell, like, he's checked out, obviously.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like, we're all checked out.
Yeah, but no, but like at the end of the day, it's just like I said, like I don't know where they are in terms of achieving that point total. But for a young team, like, with this core group of players, like, getting all these contracts, for us to look around and be like, hey, we're the Arsenal side that got the most points ever for a Premier League side for Arsenal. Like that's
okay.
That's
and you
good.
Finished second.
And
are you going to do that next season?
What's that?
Are you going to do that? Are you going to do it again next season?
No, but I'm just saying, like, to your point, like that's a mentality thing. It's just like, okay, like
that's all I was saying.
We're here, like we've shown that we can get here. It's just about ultimately
just finish.
Yeah, finish.
That's all. I felt like they just didn't finish.
Yeah.
So you can't finish the season like that. If you look at last season, how they finished, even though they lost that Newcastle game, they finished the season.
Yeah.
They have completely just dismantled. They had that hope, okay, next season we're going to pick it up.
But for them,
I don't see that now. I just don't. I don't.
But I mean, I agree with you. I think the mentality went out the window when they lost Saliba and drew those 3 matches in a row. Well, once that happened, for me, I was like, the league's over, because they were still mathematically up on City by 2 points, 3 points until that City match. And then City beat them. And after that, it was a wrap because City had games in hand. But Gabriel had a point, bro. Like, when you lose one of the staples of your team, especially on your back line, you're going to think differently, and it's tough that it happened when it did, because obviously, if we look back, Saliba didn't need to play in that Sporting game. It happened in mid-March, early March, when they still have the Prem to fight for.
No.
So
what do you mean? But they were at that point. They were fighting for everything. That's what they were fighting for. Europa League. They were, we have, they were going for both. Let's not act like all of a sudden like they weren't going for. It turned into like, oh, we're focusing on the league once we got kicked out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where my beef comes from, because you showed us throughout the season you can overcome. So when I'm seeing the last 8 games and I didn't see that attitude, what am I saying that's wrong? These were games you were up.
Yeah.
Like,
you're right.
Just making up.
You're right. You're right.
I'm not creating an agenda, but I'm saying that this is what bothered. I liked this team a lot. Like, I was low-key I didn't want them to win, but I low-key wanted them to win. It's like, you have to, that momentum got to carry over. If it's not, it's going to take another long time for you to get there. And you saw that momentum carrying into the end of the season last season. You just knew that hunger was there. After they lost to Newcastle, you could tell. But now it's just like, that game Saturday was clear, the mentality of the team. And these are guys you're going to bring back. You're just adding a couple of pieces. You have to get the right person. If you don't get the right person, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's all important, especially, a young side. But I mean,
exactly.
I mean,
young side too.
They just have to invest, and if they invest, I mean, everything else should be good to go. But let's do who else is there? That's it. Liverpool? Liverpool.
No.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go ahead and do your
Liverpool.
thing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Liverpool, man, making our job easier, man. How would you just quickly, like, how would you, when you look at Liverpool's season, like, how would you rank it? Like, obviously, like, it was a disappointment, like, for,
We were going to do this next week, but I guess we could do Liverpool now.
yeah, I mean, and you want to do it next week?
Yeah, I want to do like the rankings for our teams next week, and then we could do, I guess, other teams like Liverpool,
Okay.
Newcastle. But I mean, look, Gabriel said it, we've said it, everyone said it. Injuries are part of the game, but when you look at Liverpool's start, a lot of the guys they brought in were hurt.
Archer.
They didn't like over the last couple of years. Jota and Luis Diaz didn't play the first half of the season. I mean, we could talk about Thiago. Artur, where was he all year? You kind of left. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Liverpool's strength is the fact that they can score on anybody. And when you're missing those pieces and you have a Trent who is a liability on defense, you're not the same team that can go and fight and compete for trophies, bro. So for me, people were on Klopp in the first half of the year. There were even, which is crazy to even bring up, but there are even people talking about Klopp should be sacked. And I'm like, all right, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Who are you
This is
gonna
the
get?
guy. This is the guy that's won you a league. This is the guy that's won you a Champions League in the
FA
Pep
Cup,
Guardiola, City era. So y'all tripping. But for me, Liverpool even fighting back this last 2-3 months to get back in the top four conversation for me has been admirable, bro. Like they started with Chelsea. They were with us mid-table, ninth place, 10th place. Like, let's not forget, like Chelsea and Liverpool at one point were ninth and 10th place.
Yeah.
And for them to even climb back up the table in the way they did these last couple of months is admirable. So for
Yeah.
me, obviously it's not the season they wanted, but when you let somebody like Mane go, who obviously has been the workhorse of your team over the better part of the last decade, who's been the consistent goal scorer even when Salah had his slumps here and there. It's tough, you know what I mean? You got to think about it. Bobby was hurt this year too, another staple of the team who consistently was able to help not necessarily score goals, but just be that link up play, be that creative attacking player. So I don't know. I think Liverpool had a year where they had to take a step back and be like, all right, this ain't our year. But I think they have a lot moving forward. For them even to fight back and be a fifth place right now is, I don't know, like I said, is admirable.
As
And
a
it
Chelsea
shows the
fan,
level, and it shows the level of Klopp. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It shows the level of manager he is, because a lot of other managers probably would have been sacked when Liverpool was 10th place. But they believe in Klopp, and he was able to bring them back from the depths of, the mid-table. So I don't know. They obviously, it wasn't a great year, no trophies, possibly no top four, but for them, this is a year where they'll look back and it's a learning step. It's a stepping stone for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they fought. I mean, I feel like any Chelsea fan would have loved to have a season like that, where you just didn't give up and you keep fighting. And I think that's what Liverpool did. And that's what makes them a strong team. And coming back healthy next season, everybody back, the players they add, I think they'll be right back in top four. I really do believe so.
Top four?
Yeah, I think they'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, they're fifth place right now after all that's happened this year. You know what I mean?
Top four is just top four is
it's good. It's going to be hot.
It's more like top.
It's not guaranteed no more. It's not guaranteed no more.
Yeah.
I mean, whereas the last 3-4 years, you could probably say City, Liverpool, and probably Chelsea United.
The City's
now is like Arsenal's up there, Newcastle's up there. Who knows who Unai Emery is going to bring? Especially the fact that they're in Europe now, so he'll get a little bit more backing. I mean, there's a solid 7-8 teams that will be fighting for top four. Spurs, I know we like to make fun of them, but they still have a solid team that could fight for top four, top six. So nothing's guaranteed at this point. This might be the era of the Premier League where we really, really start to see tooth and nail battles every week, like every single week, bro. Like back when like the mid 2010s, early 2010s, late 2000s, like you're going into Ellen Road, you're going into St. James. Like these are going to be the games where it's like, damn, I got to go to St. James this week. All right, yeah, it's going to be a battle. Oh, I got to go into the Emirates this week. Oh, it's going to be a battle. You know what I mean? Like these clashes is about to be clash of the Titans for real. We're about to see.
It's going to be like 5 points between 1 and 4.
Yeah, it's going to be like a real battle. So I don't know. I mean, I think Liverpool has a good shot at being top 4, but I don't think Mike. I really don't think anything's guaranteed anymore. I can't guarantee they'll be there. I really can't.
I mean, yeah, because I feel like you're only fighting for the 2 through 4 spot.
Right now, really, the way City look.
Really, you're fighting for only 3 spots. Really, City has this game.
That's like 6-7 teams right there. So, but yeah, man, start sub sell. I have 3 of them. One's a manager one. 2 players. I'm gonna start with this one. And these are all like Premier League in their prime. So,
okay.
Gareth Bale, Alexis Sanchez, Eden Hazard.
Oh, come on.
Bro, I'm starting Hazard. Starting Hazard, sitting or benching Bale, selling Kane.
No, Alexis Sanchez.
Oh, wait, you said Hazard, Sanchez, and Kane?
And Bale.
Or Gareth Bale? Oh, okay. I don't know how I heard Harry Kane. Well, I'm still starting Hazard.
Okay.
I'm probably dang, man, they both had injury issues. But I guess in their prime. So I guess we're talking Arsenal Sanchez.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
not United Sanchez.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I would probably bench Sanchez and sell Bale.
Yeah, start Hazard, bench Bale, sell Sanchez.
Wow, you're gonna bench Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, what are you doing?
Same as Cornelius. Benching Sanchez, selling Bale, starting Hazard.
I don't know, bro. Alexis, that he was just magic, bro. Yeah. Like there were games where he would literally just do like just magic. Like, and Bale, don't get me wrong, he was crazy at Tottenham, but I think it's because I saw Alexis Sanchez maybe a little bit longer. And I just don't rate Tottenham. I mean, I knew he was. Like,
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't rate Tottenham.
They'll Tottenham though.
That year was he had a phenomenal. Yeah.
He had a crazy year, but I don't know.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's because I saw him less in the Premier League because that one year got him to Madrid real quick. But yeah.
Okay.
What about you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'd probably have to start Hazard. I think Hazard was the clear one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd probably go with Gareth Bale. If I have Hazard, I would want someone different. So
that's fair.
Just for that reason, I would just go with Bale.
That's fair.
Okay, so manager. I have 4. Let's narrow it down to 3, and then we can do it from there. But I feel like I already know the one that you guys are going to be like, oh, yeah.
Jose.
So Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. Carlo Ancelotti. Arsene Wenger. Pep Guardiola.
Well, let's leave Pep out of it because let's leave Pep out of it because
leave Pep out of it.
No, I was gonna say leave Wenger out of it. I mean, the European trophy. Why is everybody's won the Prem and has a European trophy? He doesn't.
All right, take Wenger out. Take Wenger out.
All right, we'll take Wenger out.
Let's go Mourinho, Ancelotti, and
Pep. Hmm.
Yeah, whoever
I
goes.
mean, this is biased, but obviously Jose won.
Starting Jose?
Yeah, Jose won. And then I'll have Pep as the backup, and then I'll get rid of Ancelotti.
Um, I'm probably doing the same. Even though shout out Don Carlo, he was another Chelsea manager as well. So I gotta big ups my man's, but realistically, I'm gonna go Jose as well because I've seen him do a lot with a little. Pep, because like we said it earlier, he's probably the most brilliant mind out of the three, and then Ancelotti would be I guess sell or whatever we're saying for managers.
Yeah, probably have to start Pep, bench Jose, and bench Ancelotti. Or sell Ancelotti.
Yeah, we keeping all of them. They all on the staff.
Yeah.
But oh, you said you had a third one?
No, I do have. But Gabriel, did you go?
Start Ancelotti, bench
Wow.
Jose, bench Pep, so
Damn.
Wow.
Jose.
Why are you starting Ancelotti?
because I think he's I like him, like the manager style he is. I think the manager style he fits. He can go anywhere, do anything with any team. So I want him to be my manager out of all three.
I mean, he had Everton looking halfway decent.
Yeah, I mean,
So I hear you.
he was getting players in that they would have never gotten. But this is the last one. This is a little dicey. It's a little dicey, but we're gonna take a stab at it. Luka Modric, Andres Iniesta, Zidane.
Come on, man.
Zidane, Modric, Zidane, start Zidane, bench Iniesta, sub Modric.
Correct. Correct. I don't think there's any other answer for real.
Just clear, you would just sell Iniesta's the odd man out here.
No, Iniesta's bench.
Modric.
Modric is the odd man out for me.
I'm selling Modric.
Oh. I'd probably take Modric over Iniesta, to be honest with you.
Why? Because he's still doing it at this age?
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. Just body of work. I know Iniesta has won everything, but I know he can't control it. But he was playing. He was playing with a very gifted generation. He was a part of it, 100%. But Luka Modric was with Croatia, won a Ballon d'Or. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there are things that you can't. Both of the guys that I named have won Player of the Year. This guy hasn't.
That's fair.
I'm going Zidane, Modric, and then selling Iniesta.
Okay.
I don't know. I had one because I think I know where it's gonna go, but I kind of rate all these players about the same. One I feel like is a little bit better than the other, the other two, but Harvey Barnes,
HB.
Alexis McAllister, Jared Bowen.
I knew Jared.
Start McAllister, bench Bowen, sell Harvey Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Harvey Barnes is the clear, not best footballer. Out of the other two are definitely better than him. I mean, Jared Bowen. This McAllister though, is it?
That's why I threw him in there because they all kind of
It's very it's a lot. I don't know. Is he all that? How all of a sudden?
Hey, I'm just posing the question.
I don't know. I think a lot of guys on that Brighton team are very good, but I would probably. I'd probably have to just start Jared Bowen, to be honest with you. I've seen more of Jared Bowen.
Hmm.
If
Wow.
I'm benching McAllister because I don't know what's there. So, I mean, yeah.
Mike.
I'm starting McAllister, benching Bowen, and then selling Harvey Barnes.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured Harvey would be the odd man out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I got a few. I got a few. We're working on some though. I'll keep mine under wraps, but I got a few working over here. Have y'all seen
Yeah.
the Sean Wright Phillips interview?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's really good. Yo, people forget Sean Wright Phillips he
Yeah.
was
Oh,
your
he was
favorite
a
winger's
Chelsea boy.
winger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Won a Premier League with Chelsea.
That's facts. Dang. Wow, that is
That was my
facts.
dude.
I
Sean Wright
totally
Phillips,
forgot he was on our squad that year.
bro, he was the OG winger. I did not know.
Yeah.
Right. I did not know that Ian Wright was his dad.
Yeah, bro.
Oh no way! You didn't
Bro,
know
that
that?
yeah, like
Yeah.
their
No
family
way.
tree, their family tree is crazy.
When he
Yeah,
kept
Ian
saying
Wright.
dad, I was like, dad?
Yeah, bro. You didn't know that?
That's his
Bruh.
dad.
I had no idea. And I was like, oh wow, Ian Wright is your dad.
Yeah.
And then Bradley.
Yeah. And then
Probably
his
not
son, he
Phillips.
has a son right now that plays for Stoke, I think.
Mhm.
Good for
Yeah,
him.
like they got a crazy family tree. They got somebody's their cousin. Like some professional footballer is their cousin. I gotta look it up, but yeah. Yeah, 05, 06. That's crazy. He was on our
Bro,
Yeah.
I totally
he
forgot.
got I think it was for the 2010 World Cup. He got done dirty. They took Theo Walcott over him.
Oh wow.
Theo Walcott was
Still
like
Walker hype.
Theo Walcott hype. He didn't even play. They
Yeah.
just took him just to take him. But
Bro, Wright Phillips was so fast on FIFA like 07.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like you just put him on the wing, he just is a fly for Chelsea, bro.
yeah, him, Aaron Lennon. You remember Aaron Lennon?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
Tottenham lad.
Tottenham guy, Aaron Lennon. Nah,
He was like the
Playing at
first Tottenham
Burnley.
player I liked. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hold you. He
I
was
like
probably the first Tottenham player I liked.
I like Tottenham. I'm not gonna lie. When Ben was there,
Remember Asui Koto?
yeah, I see Kota.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Steven Pinar.
Steven
That was
Pienaar.
a good one. Yeah.
Steven Pienaar was really good before he went there.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't know.
Flopped.
You get there and then something happens. I don't know what happens, but
Should have stayed at Everton. Should have
yeah,
never left.
yeah, man. But wow, yeah, Steven Pienaar. What a
We should do predictions.
yeah, predictions, man. I'll go first. Chelsea. Chelsea. I think,
Chelsea.
yeah,
They're gonna do us.
hopefully, hopefully we'll get the 3 points against Chelsea. I think any points is good. All we need is a point to secure top four. I think, in spite of all our inconsistencies, we've been very consistent at home. We're very good at home, playing a very poor Chelsea side, like I said earlier. We'll get the 3 points. Fulham, we'll be back before Fulham, right? Or no?
No, because Sunday, it's final Sunday.
Everybody plays.
Oh no, that's
Everybody
it.
plays at 10. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we get the 3 points against Chelsea, then the mandem are off against Fulham. So Fulham, anything goes that game. Anything goes that game. But I think we'll be in top four next year. You can hold me to that. Next season 3 of Africans Talk Football, I will be back in Champions League. So, and then we have that
Dang,
FA
it's gonna
Cup
be
final.
sad. We're not even gonna be nowhere in Europe.
Nah,
Yeah.
That's sad, man. It's been since what, 2016?
Yeah, man. Yeah, wow.
That's actually sickening. Yeah, so we see United When do we see y'all? Is that Thursday? Wednesday?
I think Thursday.
GRG.
Uh,
No, I've been done with this year. I've been done with this season for a long time. I just hope we don't embarrass ourselves. And then final Sunday, we see Newcastle. Once again, I hope we don't embarrass ourselves.
Both away from home.
No, one of them's a home match. I think we
Sunday
play
we're at home.
Newcastle at home. Yeah.
Mhm.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be the deciding factor for whether you or Liverpool got that top four, but it doesn't look like it'll be that way. So, hey, if we get a result against you guys, Liverpool stays alive. I would love to see it come down to you versus Liverpool for that final spot. No cap.
Yeah.
We would just need a point for, against Fulham.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you never know, bro. Like,
I mean, yeah, you're right. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. But I know.
And then who do y'all
We
see,
see-
Arsenal?
We see Wolves at the Emirates 3-0.
Oh damn! Right now, straight up. I mean, yeah.
Hey, this
Well,
Lakers game is tied up. Sorry, not to interrupt anybody, but
Yeah.
minute 13
Yeah.
left, tied up at
Well,
111.
Titan?
Yeah,
We'll watch along.
yeah. Looking at it like, sheesh.
Ooh, Anthony Davis. I need 6
Yeah,
more points.
yeah, man. Well,
Goodness.
yeah, man. Well, good shit, y'all. Appreciate everyone for tuning in, and as always, good luck to you and your future endeavors.